There was a time when they believed your presence in their life was just a chapter, a temporary stop along their journey. Perhaps even a lesson to learn from and move on. But the truth is, they had no idea how deeply you would engrave yourself into the pages of their soul. Today, your angels want to show you what they are witnessing from above. They want you to understand the transformation that is quietly yet powerfully unfolding within the heart of someone you've loved. Someone who is now realizing they may have completely misinterpreted the story. This person once thought they had everything figured out. They were confident in their decisions, in control of their emotions, and certain of what they wanted. When they met you, they didn't expect to be changed. They thought, this is someone I'll care about for a while. Someone who will teach me something, and then I'll move on. But they underestimated you. They underestimated the strength of your spirit, the depth of your heart, and the way your presence could linger long after the goodbye. Now, in the silence they once believed they needed, they hear echoes of your laughter. In the quiet moments where peace should have found them, they feel the ache of your absence. You weren't just a lesson, you were the mirror they never dared to look into, the one that revealed who they truly are when they dropped the mask. And for the first time, they are praying. Not just wishing. Praying. Hoping that the door they once closed can somehow open again. The angels are revealing that this person is being humbled, softened, and reshaped by the emptiness they created when they pushed you away. It's as if the universe is giving them a taste of their own choices, not as punishment, but as an awakening. They are beginning to see the true value of what they had. You brought light into their life without ever asking for anything in return. You loved them with patience. You supported them in ways they never even knew they needed. And now, those very things they once overlooked have become the very things they long for the most. You may not realize it, but you sparked something divine in them. Your kindness touched a place in their heart that had been sealed off for years. You made them feel safe enough to dream again, to believe again, even if just for a moment. But fear, oh, how fear can cloud judgment. They thought pulling away would protect them from vulnerability. What they didn't see was that it would only leave them exposed to a different kind of pain, the pain of losing someone irreplaceable. Right now, this person is wrestling with regret. It's not the kind of regret that fades with time, it's the kind that deepens. They replay the conversations, the moments when they could have chosen differently. They wonder why they were so quick to label you as temporary, why they couldn't see the gift in front of them. And most of all, they wonder if it's too late. That question haunts them more than they'll ever admit. The angels are showing you this because they want you to know that your love was not in vain. The energy you gave, the compassion you shared, it ran deep. It left a mark that nothing can erase. Now, that mark is serving as a catalyst for healing and awakening within them. It's pushing them to slow down, reflect, and confront the emotions they tried to ignore. This isn't about revenge, it's about redemption. They're beginning to believe that maybe, just maybe, love can come back, if they can muster the courage to ask for it. This person is observing you from a distance, perhaps not physically, but energetically. They can feel your strength, your growth, your light. And as much as it inspires them, it also frightens them. Because now they know, they didn't just walk away from a chapter. They walked away from the one person who saw their soul and didn't flinch. The one who stayed when it would have been easier to leave. And now, in the quiet of their own heart, they are whispering a prayer. Let me have another chance. Just one. Dear soul, your angels want to remind you, what is meant for you will never require you to chase it. But it may require you to hold space, for truth, for healing, for possibility. If this person reaches out again, it won't be as the one who left, but as someone who finally sees you for who you are. The lesson they thought you were? It turns out, you were the blessing they couldn't understand until they felt the world without you in it. You are not someone to be forgotten. You are unforgettable. You are not someone to be replaced. You are irreplaceable. And now they know it. They feel it every time they try to fill the space you left with something or someone else. Nothing fits. Because you weren't just a part of their story. You were the turning point. The angels say it's safe to hope, but not to wait. Keep living. Keep shining. Keep growing. Let your light continue to rise, not for them, but for you. Because whether or not they find the courage to come back, you deserve a love that never makes you question your worth again. You deserve someone who doesn't need to lose you to value you. But if life does bring them back, it will be because they've changed, not because they're lonely. This is your season of clarity, of quiet empowerment, of becoming so whole that any second chance must meet you where you are, not where you were left. The person who once thought you were just a chapter is now praying to be part of your future. And the angels are saying, let them show you. Let them prove it. Because your heart is sacred ground, and only the brave should enter. Right now you might feel a mix of emotions, maybe validation, maybe confusion, or even a sense of bittersweet relief. Because deep down, you always knew you were more than just a lesson. You could sense it in the way they looked at you when they thought you weren't watching, in the way their energy lingered even after they left. Something in you knew that your presence had stirred something deeper within them. And it has. The angels confirm it. This person is not at peace without you, and it's not about obsession, it's about awakening. They are beginning to understand love in a way they never did before. Not the kind that comes with conditions or expectations, but the kind you modeled. The love that sees someone at their worst and stays soft, that offers grace instead of judgment. They are remembering the way you showed up, not just when it was convenient, but when it was uncomfortable. They are recalling how you listened between the words, how you always made space for their silence. These memories are no longer distant. They are vivid, alive, and echoing through everything they do. Your angels want you to know something crucial. You never needed to prove your worth. You were always enough. This person's delay in recognizing your value had nothing to do with your light and everything to do with their own blindness. Sometimes, the soul must lose what it never deserved to fully understand what it truly needs. In this case, what they need is you, not the version of you that was willing to settle for crumbs, but the evolved, radiant, empowered version of you who now knows what she brings to the table. They are being guided toward transformation, not through comfort, but through the discomfort of their own choices. Life is teaching them every day what it means to live with regret. While you are not responsible for their growth, you were the spark. That's why they're praying, not just for forgiveness, but for a chance to meet you again in a new chapter, one where they no longer take you for granted. But this is where the angels step in to protect you. They urge you not to open your heart out of nostalgia or loneliness. They remind you that true love does not require self-abandonment. If this person returns, it must be because they have genuinely changed, not simply because they miss the warmth of your presence. Let their actions, not just their words, demonstrate their intentions. Time has a way of revealing what people truly feel and what they're willing to do about it. As you move forward, you may begin to notice signs, repeating numbers, dreams, random memories triggered by songs or places. These are not coincidences. They are nudges from your angels, confirming that the bond between you and this person was never ordinary. However, just because a connection is sacred does not mean it must continue in its previous form. Sometimes, the greatest miracle is not reconciliation, but closure. And sometimes, it's both. You may be wondering what your role is now. Should you wait? Should you reach out? The angels say, no, beloved soul. Your role is not to chase, but to rise. Your role is to live so fully, so authentically, that anyone who steps into your life must meet you with reverence. Your healing is your priority. Your peace is your compass. And your joy is not dependent on whether someone returns, but on how deeply you love and honor yourself moving forward. This is not a time for doubt. This is a time for rebirth. You are stepping into a version of yourself that no longer begs for love, but attracts it effortlessly because of the light you now carry. And that light? It's blinding to those who once overlooked you. That's why this person is praying. Because they see the shift. They feel it in their soul. They realize the door they closed might not open the same way again. But they will try. They will come with offerings of truth, vulnerability, and remorse. And if their heart is truly aligned, If their spirit has been transformed, not by guilt, but by love, you will know. Because the angels will make it undeniable. You will feel it not just in your heart, but in your peace. Until then, hold your standards high and your heart open. Love is still working its magic behind the scenes. And whether this person returns to co-write the next chapter with you, or whether someone new appears who never needed to lose you to value you, you'll be loved in the way your soul has always deserved. The kind of love that never makes you question if you're enough. The kind that sees you fully, stays willingly, and chooses you every single day. Let your story unfold with grace, dear soul. The angels are still writing the most beautiful parts. As the days go by, this person is starting to see your absence as more than just a void. It feels like a mirror reflecting who they have become without your love. They used to be so sure, so convinced that they knew what was best for their path. But now, that certainty is crumbling under the weight of their own heart. The lesson they thought you were? It was actually the start of their transformation. And the irony? They now wish they had learned it sooner, before it cost them your presence. The angels reveal something even deeper. This connection was not just romantic. It was divinely orchestrated to awaken parts of both your souls. You were brought together for a reason that transcends time and logic. Even in the pain, the distance, the silence, there was purpose. You were the mirror that revealed truth to them. And now they are beginning to awaken, not to a fantasy of love, but to the responsibility that comes with it. They now understand that love is not just about feelings, it's about devotion, presence, and action. You might sense their energy before they utter a word. You might feel their pull before a message arrives. That's because spiritual connections don't sever with distance. They resonate, they vibrate, they whisper in dreams. Your angels want you to trust your intuition more than ever right now. If your spirit feels a shift, if your heart senses movement in their soul, it's because something is indeed changing. But again, this doesn't mean you should pause your life. It means the universe is aligning for your truth. There's something powerful about knowing you were never the one who failed. That the love you gave, the consistency you showed, the presence you offered, it was not taken for granted by the heavens, even if it was by them. Your angels kept track. They saw every tear you held back, every prayer you whispered in the dark, every time you remained soft in the face of someone who didn't know how to receive you. And now, the reversal begins. This person who once viewed you as a temporary stop is now starting to see you as the destination. Not out of desperation, but because their soul is finally awakening to the truth their ego could never acknowledge. You were the one. Not because you were perfect, but because you were genuine. Because you loved without playing games. Because you brought light without expecting anything in return. Because you stayed, even when you had every reason to leave. They are now asking themselves questions they never had the courage to confront before. Why did I let them go? Why didn't I fight harder? Is it too late to make things right? These questions are not just fleeting thoughts. They are deep reflections that consume them. Your energy lingers in their mind, not in a painful way, but in a way that humbles them. And the more they think about it, the clearer it becomes. They didn't just lose someone who loved them. They lost someone who helped them become who they were always meant to be. The angels are asking you now to take a breath. Place your hand over your heart. And remember this, your worth does not diminish because someone was too blind to recognize it. In fact, your worth increases with every step you take back toward yourself. You are not waiting for an apology, you are moving into your alignment. And that is where your true power resides. If and when they return, it's not your responsibility to make it easy for them. It's not your duty to soothe their guilt or erase the consequences of their decisions. It's your right to ask for consistency, for clarity, for proof that the lesson they say they've learned has turned into action. Because your heart is not a place for recycled intentions. It is sacred ground, and only those who come with respect should be allowed in. If this is a story of reunion, let it be based on truth, not fantasy. Let it be a new chapter, not just a continuation of a broken story. Let it reflect who you are now, stronger, wiser, more radiant than ever. Let them meet the healed version of you, not the one they left behind. And if this is a story of release, let it be graceful. Let it be final. Let it be the kind of ending that makes space for the kind of beginning your soul has always prayed for. Because sometimes, the most divine act of love is letting go of what couldn't stay in order to receive what is truly meant to arrive. Either way, you win. Either way, your angels are standing beside you, lifting your chin, holding your hand, and guiding you to a future that no longer asks you to shrink. They see you. They honor you. And they want you to believe what they already know: the best is not behind you. It is rising, just like you. And now, as you walk forward, no longer in search of answers, but rooted in your truth, remember this: love is not measured by how much you give, but by how much you are seen, respected, and valued in return. This person who once thought you were a fleeting moment is now awakening to the realization that you were the turning point. The one who didn't just touch their heart, but stirred their soul. And in their prayers, they ask for one more chance, not just to be close to you again, but to finally become the version of themselves who deserves to stand beside you. Your angels see their inner conflict. They see the nights this person stays up thinking about what could have been, the times they draft a message and delete it, the way they replay memories hoping to find the courage to act. They are not here to judge, but to guide. And what they're showing now is a possibility, one that can only unfold if both hearts meet in truth, if the past is acknowledged and the future is rebuilt, not recycled. But here's where your journey becomes sacred. You are not who you used to be. The version of you that once waited, hoped, and gave until you were empty, that version has evolved. You are a woman who has cried and healed, who has burned and risen, who understands that her time and energy are sacred currencies. So if a second chance presents itself, it must arrive with humility, with action, and with a heart ready to do the work, not just say the words. The angels are wrapping you in grace right now. Can you feel it? It's the peace that comes from knowing you have done nothing wrong. It's the calm after the storm that reminds you, you are not broken, you are reborn. You are not hard to love, you are just asking to be loved properly. And now, that kind of love is either returning transformed, or making its way to you in a form you've never known but always deserved. This person? They see it now. They see you. Not the watered-down version they once accepted, but the full, radiant, untamed soul that you are. The one who doesn't chase love, but attracts it. The one who speaks truth without fear. The one who offers softness only to those who come with the courage to hold it with care. That's the woman they are now praying to know again. But you, dear soul, have choices. You are not waiting by the window anymore. You are standing in the doorway of your becoming. You are deciding what love looks like now, what partnership means now, what your heart will and won't accept now. And that power? It's divine. It's magnetic. It's yours. So if they come back, and the angels say the possibility is real, let your heart be open, but keep your standards higher than ever. Let them earn what they once took for granted. Let them witness what a healed, whole, vibrant you looks like. And let them know, the second chance they're praying for isn't guaranteed, it's a gift. One they must treasure, not waste. And if they don't come back, or if they do come back and still aren't ready, that's not your loss. That's your redirection. Because someone is being prepared to love you the way your angels have always wanted for you. Someone who won't hesitate, who won't need a second chance to get it right the first time. Until then, walk in your power. Know your worth. Speak your truth. And remember, the love you gave awakened a soul. And now, the angels are ushering in a new season for you. One of love that is chosen, cherished, and consistent. This is your moment. This is your light. And it only gets brighter from here.